Hello, Radiant Soul Lights. Welcome to Soul Awakening. Wonderful to connect with each and every one of you. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Michelle. Thanks for stopping by and tuning in with me. We're going to be looking at the energies of November. All the soul stories for each soul group are time stamped. If you want to jump ahead, this is soul story number 1, number 2, and number 3. Those of you that have been traveling with me for a while, you know I like to do a bit of a tune-in. Lately, a lot of my crystals, or a certain portion of my crystals, have been really speaking to me and wanting to be brought in the readings. In fact, in the next 7-day reading that I just did a couple days ago, this selenite was pushing on my elbow, this little guy right here. And so I brought him in the reading, and then in the comments, one of my subscribers said that she just had received a selenite for her birthday, which was the day before I did the reading, and her son gave her a selenite. So shout out to Barbara. Hello. So I was getting amber, and you know, November is a very, for lack of a better word, I feel it's going to be an intense month. There is a lot of both of coming together energy and a very divisive energy. There's a lot of constriction and restriction, but there's a lot of expansion. So, you know, doing breath work this month would be great to connect in with the contraction and expansion of the lungs, the in-breath and the out-breath. I do feel a lot of individual change, but that's for many will be change that's planned for, or you might find yourself initiating things more this month, or some of you wrapping things up to then initiate something. You're going to be getting more of a heads up, especially between now and December. We've been in this like 6-month kind of corridor, right? From September to February, actually, where there's a lot of preparation for the changes that are happening February and March, April onward, especially February and March. Now, we are in a gateway portal of light, or we will be around November 15th, so you're going to feel a heightened and intensification of energy and opening. Now, because we are part of the chakra system, we are one big chakra, and we're made up of many different chakras, 13 main chakras, 49 sub-chakras, that it's going to have this opening will happen wherever you need it. This kind could be for many a heart opening. It could be an opening of what you really need to focus on in your life. Some of you, it could be health challenges or crises coming to a head, or new information coming in on that, understanding what to do with certain relationships, understanding more about your job or your career. And I do really also, those of you that have been so brave, I have some subscribers and clients and students of mine, fellow soul path friends on the path, that are been so brave in standing up for their rights. And I do want to just send you extra love and healing light. You're in my prayers and my meditations. And, you know, everybody is going to be called to do what they can, where they can. And the way to know what to do is by tuning into your own intuition, your own inner guidance, and your body. Now, let's get to the messages of Amber here. It's interesting. I've got my guides that I'm working with, my own psychic ability, and then this energy of Amber. So that's telling me it's going to be quite a month with a lot of variety. There's going to be a lot that's happening this month, and a lot of people coming out of stagnation, a lot of people pulling themselves back from, I hear, the rat race of the root race. Okay, so connecting more into the root race. Okay, connecting more to the root race. And that's what this Amber wants to say. It's really talkative right now. So Amber has a lot to do. I don't know if you can see the ring. I'll hold it back this way. I've had this ring for many, 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 many years. I was really, really drawn to it. It's one of a kind. And I got it in a little seaside town, a little village. Amber is actually not crystal, it's a resin, it's a tree resin. So there's going to be a lot this month that has to do with health, wellness, beauty, but in the form of harmony, right? You see how trees grow and they're beautiful, even if they're tipping over or whatever their formation, there's an amazing beauty. So this is a month to connect into your own inner beauty, your divine flow, and what harmonizes your flow. Bring in more what is of resonance and coherence for you. There's going to be a lot of noise externally, publicly, governmentally, in different sectors that is happening. And you may be part of that. You may be observing it. But what will get you through is connecting into your own divine beauty, your own spiritual essence. Amber is also ancient. It's thousands of years old. It takes so long to create this resin. Now, resin, as you know, is very sticky and it hardens. And sometimes we know there's scarabs, there's different insects or animals within the resin. So it encases whatever it is. So you want to pay extra attention to your aura this month, maybe aura cleansing, also look at diet, nutrition, your lifestyle. Is it supporting you for what you're doing now and where you want to go? Is it supporting your vitality? In this next gateway portal light, which will be about from November to January, and then we have another one in May, so about 2 months. The one in the fall winter is about 3 months, 2.5 to 3 months. The one in the spring is about 2 months. And so it's a time when the earth aperture, if you will, is open longer. So there is more light coming in, just like with a camera, right? There's more light and an intensification of light. You're also going to be feeling, many of you, pauses of grace, feeling intense love, compassion for yourself and for others, even for those that you've deemed the other side or that you feel are oppositional to you. That doesn't mean that you don't do what you need to do for justice, for your rights. That doesn't mean, but there is a releasing for many this month, a releasing of the harshness, a releasing of the hardened feelings. Even if you have to do what you have to do, it's almost like having to discipline a small child. You still love that child. But the discipline, to bring into focus, to make a correction. And there's ways to make that kind of correction. So a lot with discipline will be coming up. Now, in forced discipline regime, there is a ramping up of that, but it's about going into our spiritual discipline, our understanding. What is the disciplines that help us to not only survive, but to thrive? What are the disciplines that support you, uplift you? How can you do more of that on your own and perhaps joining with others as well? So Amber wants you to know that you're resilient. Ooh, resilient. You're very resilient, and you came here on this planet to do what you are doing and meant to do. You are meant to tap into also your ancient wisdom. Now, some of you, this may be wisdom this lifetime. How have you gotten through challenges or tough times before and you survived? You made it through. Perhaps you even thrived, or maybe you're starting to thrive now and there's a fear it'll be taken away. Understand what you're building right now can't be taken away, and whatever is within, this possession in great measure, whatever you possess within, your true state, your essence, your spiritual essence, cannot be taken away. So concern over body issues, focus on the body, health, healing, allowing the body to be more vibrant, connecting into the body. So it's now a time not to just check out. Yes, do expansion meditations, expand in your awareness and consciousness, but it's time to embody more of the new emerging consciousness. Embody the higher frequency energy. So doing things this month that support your body. What are the things that support your body? Listen to your body. Your body has ancient wisdom. Let's see what else is coming in. Your body has ancient wisdom. For many of you, the clouds are dissipating or disappearing. You're starting to see something or someone more clearly to then make a decision. Some of you are in the corridor of your changes. You're waiting in the corridor, the hallway. You're waiting in the hallway for that door to open. And it is right. It is right action to wait, to not push at this time. Inspired action is good to do if you're inspired to do something or something is required of you, but this is not a time to make things happen. This is not a time to work the lower will, okay? This is a time to connect more into the resiliency of the spirit that goes on, the infinite spirit of the all that is you. To connect into the ancient wisdom, the wisdom of the earth, Mother Earth, connect into the earth in ways that support you and ways that transcend, allow you to transcend anything that's bothering you or irritating you or any misunderstanding. Check in first with your body. Listen, some of you, this is the message to listen more to your body. So time for some of you cleansing and clearing, but that could be just clearing out certain situations or where you have placed your focus or attention and the energy it began to drain your energy. What the stone is telling me, this beautiful amber is telling me that the energy was waning. So many of you are going to see this month certain areas where the energy is waning. That means it's lessening. That means you're to put less time or energy there, or just keep it as it is, okay? There are areas that is waxing, is what I'm hearing, where there's going to be an increase in energy flow, increase in finance, increase in connection, increase in affection, increase in communication. Those are the areas to go towards. You're being much more leaded. You're much more of a lead. The leader is within you. So you're connecting into that inner knowing to be led. You're being led by your soul. More and more by your soul is what I'm hearing you. Again, reinforcing the message, focus on resilience. Resiliency is key. All right, let's look, okay? Let's dive in. Soul story number 1, number 2, and number 3. Let's see what's going on with soul story number 1. If you were drawn to soul story number 1, this is your message. Manifesting magic. You're creating your life based on the intentions you send out to the universe. Okay, that's very straightforward. So again, I feel like many of you in this soul group are already seeing that where you put your attention, that's where your energy flows, and where your energy flows, that's where your attention is going. So many of you perhaps are focused on the law of attraction or magnetic attraction, universal laws, maybe studying esoteric principles, focusing on manifesting various things in your life, focusing on success, focusing on your next level of soul expression and experience. So you're well aware of this and a bit of a master in this. Now this is very interesting because I was going to use a different deck, but I didn't bring it out here, but the Voyager deck. So I'm just letting myself be guided by this reading. The Voyager deck to me has a lot to do, it's by James Wanless, with the mundane, with the worldly. It really speaks to the magic in everyday life and living, and aligning the specific energies and principles through the tarot to manifest. So many of you may be doing that already, or the message is to connect more with the tarot. Ooh, Ace of Crystals. So new ideas coming in. I'm hearing performance. There's something about performance or performing better, or you're going to be performing more. Somebody's performing. This card is also, I call Einstein thinking, especially in this deck, I think because the King of Swords or Knower of Swords there's a picture of Einstein. So this is also work with crystals. This is also probably for many of you that decisions are going to be made in the winter months. Now, if not December, January, February, and most likely even February. Perhaps new directions. Let's get more. You've got the Devil here, which is play. So I see what's happening here. Okay. And 5 of Crystals. Let's just get that. That's the 5 of Swords. You've got the Tower. And then the Chariot, new direction. So many of you are working on projects, you're working on something new that you're creating or co-creating with someone. And there's going to be a little bit of a change in direction. And what I'm here to say is, please try not to get into doubt, like, oh my God, all this work, or now I'm going in this direction, what's going on? Part of it is with the Chariot, is there's no reins. Our ego, our little self doesn't hold the reins. The human self doesn't hold the reins. So when you get the Chariot a lot, and by the way, out of 5 cards, you've got 3 major arcana. You've got the Devil, you've got the Tower, you've got Uranus, Saturn, and Cancerian energy here. So it is about being at home in your own skin. The Chariot also has to do with our physical body, our home, our vehicle movement, how we get around in the world. So it is our body, is how we get around. The externalization of spirit and matter is our body, and our soul is part of our soul. So you're going to have some new ideas about how to manifest magic, how to manifest more of what you want. You may be saying, oh, this is like too much work, or this really isn't what I want, or this isn't paying off. I'm going to go in a new direction. Or you're going to be getting a sense, what is this new direction that's coming in for you? It's going to require decisions. It may be disruptive, I'm hearing, to what you're doing now. Some people around you may not understand what you're doing or the new direction that you're doing. But you're going to have a feeling about it. And this is, trust the feelings that you get at this time. Trust your body. Ooh, Cancer, so double here. Cancer rules the Chariot. The energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern a family, mother, and a child. So there could be issues around that, or you may be realizing what's best for you, for your inner child, or your family, or children. There could be decisions that are being made for the family. But clearly there are some disruptions, and some of it is in thinking. Kind of like you might have been thinking, some of you more limited thinking, or some of you may have been thinking very expanded and progressive. However, now you're at a next level of progression and expansion. Okay, you get what I'm saying? So you're evolving quite a bit, soul story number 1. Neptune. The first thing I hear with this is follow your dreams, trust your intuition. So Neptune is your fantasies, yearnings, longings, and potential for illusion. Well, that's what I feel some of you are thinking. Is this just illusion? Is this pie in the sky? Or can I really do this? But I'm hearing to tell you, yes, you can really do this. Whatever this it's for you, whatever, it's going to be different for each of you. There's very strong magnetic energy between now and February. So make use of that. Put plans into motion. Follow through on your ideas is what I'm really hearing to say. And focus on the resiliency. Wow, divine matrix. Yeah, so this means that you're connecting more to the divine matrix and less to the human form matrix. So within an extension of the human form matrix is from the divine. Everything comes from God, the all that is. There's only one source, out of the one comes the many, and from the many is the one. So, but you are creating a new design. And I also want to see on this 5 of crystals, it almost reminds me like a honeycomb right here. I don't know if you can see it. So you're creating a new way of being, which is creating a new matrix or new design of you, which is a new way that you show up. So it's deep change, very scorpionic. And look at this, shining through. In a higher view. What did I say? New matrix, new design, more from the soul design, soul matrix. You're getting a higher perspective and understanding of what you need to do and what you need to focus on. And it's shining forth. For many of you, it has to do with getting yourself out there more, whatever that means, publicly, whether it's within a corporation. Some of you are leaving some kind of restricted situation for something that is much more expansive, progressive, fluid is what I'm hearing. Something where you can grow more, okay? So let's get a little astro dice here before we close. You're getting the higher perspective, the higher view. Yeah, for many of you, this could have to do with communication, even books, writing, publishing. For some of you, it could be social media. Some of you, it could be something that you want to do in a neighborhood or establish in a neighborhood or community, whether online or in person. But you've got also here Jupiter and Neptune in the third house. So there is something, many of you are very inspirational. This could be about keeping inspired, or perhaps you're inspiring others. I do get some writers. I'm getting some books, whether ebooks or published, hard copy, paperback. Anyway, I'm getting that there is, some of you are messengers and you're awakening more to be able to deliver the messages. And some of you, this is a lot about uplifting those around you, uplifting humanity and inspiring others. All right, your soul awakening affirmation is, wow, I'm a conduit for source energies. Wow. I now allow my soul to shine through. I now allow my soul to shine through. So some of you, this conduit, you are a conduit for source energies. You're allowing your soul to shine through. All right, radiant soul lights, keep shining bright. And if you feel a resonance, I'd love for you to subscribe, share the video, and let me know how you're doing in the comments. Take good care. Hello, soul light. If you chose soul story number 2, this is your reading. You got life force energy. It's time to engage in activities that rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. So see, there's a lot this month about the body wisdom, our intuition through our body, our gut knowing, connecting more to the body to embody the higher frequency energy. I feel for you, this is what I'm getting, almost like the magician card. Let's see if we get it in the tarot, but I'm getting a lot for you about initiating action, perhaps even feeling much more inspired and energy picking up. So if you have been feeling a little off, a little ill, a little uncertain, there seems to be clarity. Look at this light coming through here. And I also feel this is about negotiations for you in November, reaching a consensus or a mutual agreement. This could have to do with contracts, a point of view, or reaching an agreement within yourself of what it is that you want to do. This is about satisfying two parties, two people, two parts of you, that so that you can move forward with much more confidence. Okay, so this either happens for you in November or begins in November. The coming together of something is beginning in November. Now, some of you could have moved. There could be moving from one location to another. Again, there is this, I almost feel like your energy was in one place and now it's coming into another place. So you could be bridging. Okay, that's another thing I feel. You could be bridging. All right. A lot to do with everybody with resiliency, being able to bounce back from things and being able to catch your breath. Okay, let's see what's going on with you. Soul story number 2. What's this soul group focused on? I'm really guided to look at the bottom. Wow, 6 of Wands. Success, pleasure, connecting into the feeling nature of your being, trusting, feeling things out. There could be some things with children, or I've been getting a lot of my readings a lot with birth, pregnancy, but it could be birth of something, a project, or a birth of an aspect, or birth of what someone might say a new you. But some of them I am feeling a physical birth as well. Okay, then you've got, wow, the universe, look at that, powerful. Life force energy. Something has you very impassioned this month, very on fire, very focused. I feel like there's been some inspiration, some upliftment, and it's moving you into inspired action. So if you're having to overcome something, that's going to be happening as well. I get a lot of fire dynamic energy. So Kali, there could be some things you're getting rid of or destroying or moving out from to move more forward. Or move forward on something or plan or a project. Pay attention to the signs. I feel like the universe is sending you signs. Confirmation signs. Signs that... also not just confirmation, but also that are guiding you. There's a lot to do with your own guidance at this time. So you're making some big decisions. Wow, Sage of Wands. I knew he was going to show up in this reading, or pick a card. I knew in this general. So you've got this Sage of Wands, using your wisdom. This is this is about achievement, but it is on a very creative, perhaps even entrepreneurial level. This is also for some of you that there is renewed energy and inspiration for your art, your music, your designs is what I'm hearing. Some of you I feel like you're actually going to be designing a home or decorating. There is something that has to do with that as well. Magician, wow, whoa, you see it on the camera. We're building the reading together. And I say this reminds me of the Magician, because you've got the number 1 here, and it's life force energy. And what's coming right under this card, life force energy, is the Magician. I knew it. I felt that. Communications, contracts, everything I feel is going to be going in your favor. There might be little, obviously, human hiccups, glitches, some things that happen, but this is a very, very transformative month for you, especially mid-month. This is the Magician. This is harnessing that energy and that the realization that you have everything to turn things around and for success. And wherever you're setting your sights, this is guaranteeing success, and especially for it to come the life force energy. So I feel many of you are realizing in a way that you are these great channels. You're conduit for spirit, for source energy. And you're tapping more into that to manifest what it is that you want to create. For many of you, this is writing. Some of you could be either coming out with books or ebooks or something that goes into publication. Some of you, this could be starting podcasts. There's a lot of startup energy is what I'm getting. We've got the 8 of Cups, stagnation. Well, this is the caution coming in from source, from spirit, from your higher self. I'm also hearing we need to get a message from your future self. It's saying not to put your energy in things that are not bringing you enough energy back, and especially emotional energy. So there may be some things that you're letting go of, okay, that you're moving beyond is what I'm hearing. Okay, wow. So you've got, out of this reading, you've got 3 major arcana, and the 2 that come out are the Chariot and also Art card, which is Temperance. So again, highlighting art, creativity. You are this great alchemist. Many of you have gone through a lot of challenges, difficulties, and some of you are coming out of that in November. Some of you, you're seeing the other side. You're seeing, like, you can look back and see how far you've come. Some of you are making a decision, like, I'm not going back to that. I'm not going back to that job. I'm not going back to that career. I'm not going back to that relationship. I'm not going back to that way of living. So there is this very much, especially with the Chariot, Cancer energy, Cancerian, Art is Sagittarius. You've got Pluto here also, so Scorpio with that universe. I look at it, Scorpio, Uranus also as well, because it's complete change. It's that so much has changed that you, some things you don't recognize either about yourself or your environment. Now, maybe many of you could find yourself moving in a completely different environment. Like if you live near the beach, you're going to live in the mountains. If you live in the mountains, you're going to live near the beach. Or it could be international travel. Communication abroad is internationally is very important. Out of the locale, whether out of the United States or the country that you live in. We've got 3 cards. You got let go. What you are, that you are creating, but you're letting go of some things that no longer work or perhaps are stagnant for you. And some of them I do feel will come back to you, soul story number 2, but it's teaching you to focus on the energy, the life force energy that's present in the moment. Like, what's the greatest potential in the moment, the possibility, the probability. You're being asked to focus on that. Now you've got storyteller. Now remember I said there's something about writers. So I feel that whether it's some online presence. Mind you, it could be just Facebook, Instagram, whatever, Telegram. It could be all the rest. It could be that you're posting a lot. But I feel like there is something about you either telling your story, and that is your key. I'm reminded, because success, some of you, it's a channeled book. I'm getting that with the feather. You're getting the message that you need to. It could be building a curriculum. It could be an online course. It could, many of you, I feel like this is about writing. It is some kind of book, ebook, something that goes into circulation, something that's published. And then you got divine matrix, which I think soul story number 1 got this too. So this is telling me that this quantum energy that we're going into, that we're expanding more and more into, is starting for many people to get into the soul design, the soul matrix, the universal matrix, the divine matrix of the next level of the divine. A lot of people have a misunderstanding of the matrix, and they think we're going to get out of the matrix, that the matrix is bad or wrong. It's not. It's just old. It's an old system and programming. Everything has a matrix. Everything has a design. Everything has an encoding energetically, vibrationally, through wavelength, vibration, frequency, that then manifests. So we all have the flower of life is the design, the universal design, right? We have the design, the Fibonacci sequence is the design, right? We have the musical spheres are design. Everything has a design that communicates to the universe. You would be well suited to listen to the messages in between the thoughts, or in between what people say, or by patterns. Some of you are already focused on this. The patterns are leading you. There's a new pattern that's emerging through you as you, okay? So fractals, everything is, based on fractals. That's a design. So this is really creating a new design, which is creating a new way of being for you, experiencing and expressing. So many of you are going to feel a lot of opening, especially towards, I would say, the mid to perhaps end of the month. And some of you, this could be in the next 3 to 4 months. Oh, wow, look at this. Uranus, your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. This says it all. So this could be a burst of creativity. This could be creative problem solving. This could be all of a sudden a great job coming in, or great direction, or an idea. This could be feeling just better in your skin, better about yourself, no matter what challenges come up. This is a very, very powerful, powerful, powerful time for you, soul story number 2. I mean, and I feel like it starts in November. I feel like it's like a spiral, that it keeps spiraling more and more, where you're just in this, you're in the energetic matrix. You're in the energetic matrix of creativity, of potential, of possibility, and you're writing that more and more. So you're preparing for sudden change. If you haven't known where to move or what to do, boom, it's there. Many people are trying to buy houses or cars, things are holed out, big items, boom, that could come through. There is help. There is a new direction coming from you, for you, okay? So you just have to know that. Just keep doing what's in the moment for you. Just keep doing what you need to do, the messages you get in the present, and know that a quantum leap is coming for you. Whether that's forward, inward, outward, whatever. The leap is a change in circumstances that happens very rapidly. All right, let's look at the astro dice for you. Wow, you got Leo, Mars and Leo. Wow, look at all that. Six of Wands, Sage of Wands, Magician, which has all, all elements. Earth, air, fire, water, all that you need. You've got the art card, which is Sagittarius, the alchemy. So this is powerful. Above life force energy, you've got the alchemy, and then you've got the life force energy, and then you've got the magician. The astro dice are Mars in Leo in the second house. So this is about using your creativity as a resource. You are your own resource at this moment. So if you want to draw in more money, more opportunities, you have the wherewithal to do that. For many of you, this means that something about your sense of self, your soul self, the way that you communicate, you're going to be sought after. So if you're looking for certain jobs, consulting or art, music, design, entrepreneurial, something that has to do with your own self-expression or how you see the world or how you communicate about the world, perhaps even current events, or you could be a teacher. Somehow your self-expression is coming to the forefront, and there is monetary payment. There is payment, there is results coming back for you. So this is about also recognizing your worth. And again, I feel like some of you are leaving an old way of working, maybe even an old way of being, to go for what is much more fulfilling. Okay, I do feel financial abundance here also. There could be the call to work or a job that comes out of the blue, a position or an opportunity. Could be a lot of opportunities in November, and I would say the next 3 to 6 months. Some of you it's 3 months, some of you it's 6 months, February, March, where you're literally going in a new direction. Something that you're created gets noticed, or you get noticed for what you do. And that's because you're trusting yourself. Six of Wands is success, but it comes from trust, self-trust, trusting the process, trusting your guidance, trusting that sage within you. You are the seer and you're seeing where you're going. All right. Use that inner guidance system. Okay, so your soul awakening affirmation is, I am guided by my higher self to my highest potential. For others, it is, I am ready for the quantum changes that are now beginning to take place. Yeah, just look at the power, the power, the power, the power. Look at that. So this isn't about resting on laurels. This isn't about overworking, though. It's not, but it is. It's about alignment, the alignment. All right, I do hope this brought some insight, understanding, and direction for you. If you feel a resonance, I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have, get the notifications, please. Also connect with me in the comments and let me know how this is going for you and how it unfolds. And keep inspired and have an amazing November. Hey, Soul Lights. This is Soul Story number 3. I am so inspired by these readings, by the overall energy that I'm seeing for November. I do feel there's a lot of intense energy. There's a lot about, in fact, you got rising above, need to rise above. Could be intensity, challenges, difficulties, restrictions, mandates. There's so much happening, but that's like one tone. The other tone and vibration I'm getting is a lot of moving forward, creativity. For many people, jobs they've been seeking coming through, signing of contracts, legal dealings going in people's way. There's a lot of energy that's kind of uplifting and carrying up and out, carrying through. So you got the card Rise Above if you were connecting with this, with the imagery of this card and the energy that you felt around it. most importantly. You got 47, rise above. You will gain clarity on this current situation when you can see it from a higher perspective. Now, 47 distills in numerology to an 11 too. So this is about universal justice. Now, it can be also human justice, like contracts, courts, legal dealings, mediation, things like that. It can also be about real estate or business investments, business ventures. But it also has to do with connecting to the higher self or highest version of you to get a bigger perspective or larger perspective, a different perspective. So the rising above is very applicable. So this is telling me that whatever happens this month is about not making snap decisions and rising above to see, going within through meditation, or just even taking some deep in breaths and out breaths, and then just bring your awareness above the crown chakra, and then look at the situation, the person, the issue, whatever it is that you're looking at. You're being asked to connect more with your higher self. You're being asked to rise above any petty, trivial things or things that didn't work out or didn't happen for you. And it's like, I feel like a lot of situations this month are going to be calling you to rise above, even rising above what you thought you knew or thought what you wanted to do. So you're really asked to be coming from the higher perspective in everything. So including both polarities and rising above into the third way, the creative way, the creative solution. So there could be a lot this month for many of you in regards to relationship situations. Some things come to a halt, to a head is what I'm hearing. And keeping a philosophical approach would be really good for you right now, whatever that means to you. So finding the deeper meaning in things is what I'm hearing. Finding the higher point of view. So some of you this higher point of view is going to cause you to want to change things quite consistently, but also for some dramatically. Now I was guided to look here. You got the Hierophant. This is Taurus. This is the higher self. This is teaching and learning. This could also be marriage. So this could be, again, I'm getting a lot with this group with the relationships. So if you have other things that are going on in your life, you might want to look at soul story number 1 or soul story number 2, or soul story number 3 may apply to you, and then maybe integrate soul story number 1 or number 2. 9 of Worlds. Okay, gain. So there is, and that's the card, 9 of Worlds, it's interesting, is Virgo. And then you've got Taurus here. So many of you could be dealing with the earth sign, or you are earth sign, or there is this idea of rising above to do what you need to do. Now this may be work that you have to redo, or you're putting something together, or you thought, oh, I thought I would be further off. And then you've got Strength, the card of Leo. So this is a lot about persevering. Whatever you're focused on in November is going to require you to rise above, either see another point of view, or see how can you merge. That's something I keep hearing. What's the merging? There's something that's merging. 7 of Wands, courage, tenacity. This is having the courage and the brave to be yourself. And that's right under the Hierophant. So many of you may have to go within, connect into your higher self to see what is right action for you. What is the direction to take? Then you've got 3 of Wands, compassion, but this is also 3 of Wands right under the 9 of Worlds, which is the 9 of Pentacles, having to do with compassion and understanding of yourself, of other people, but also of your goals and your dreams. Like, in other words, having enough understanding and compassion that says, this is my time. This is my time to rise above. This is my time to focus more on me. So some of you may be juggling a lot is what I'm hearing. This also, I am seeing some kind of success. So if you're moving into a teaching role or more of a leadership role, there is success for you, okay? Look at that, Fool. Right under Strength and rise above. So many of you, this could be you're preparing for a new direction, or you're starting to go in a new direction. I feel many of you, if you just hang in there, things greatly turn around, and you also get the validation, the appreciation that you need and that you want. And for some of you, it's also monetarily. There's something coming in for you on the financial. Now, you might be feeling like you're working more on your own. Maybe a partner, a spouse, or family member isn't understanding you. Those of you that aren't partnered, you could be working and living more on your own. You've got 7 of Cups. Don't let the choices cause fear, is what I'm hearing. Don't let a lot of choices cause you to move into fear. And then you've got Achiever, Man of Worlds, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So this is about outer achievement. For some of you, this is, okay, there's 2 soul stories here. There's those of you that are partnered already, and this has to do with a partner or collaboration or, live-in mate, partner, husband, wife, spouse, something of that nature. Yeah, it's more than if it could be boyfriend, girlfriend, if it could be just dating, it's like you're wondering if this person is the one or can go the distance with you. That's for a small part of you. For many of you, this is about your own achievement and rising above, sometimes even your own resistance to move forward. And for some of you, there is someone coming in that is doing very well in the world, worldly status. I do feel they do have a very strong heart connection. It could be a potential marriage partner, or it could be a collaborative partner, a creative partner, or business partner to help you. I feel a lot of male energy, meaning that they are in a male body, or they embody a lot of the male energy, which means they're extending out a lot into the world and manifesting, creating. It could be a business owner, business consultant, some kind of liaison person. Maybe they're like a, recruiter that gets you work, or they're going to help navigate you with these 9 of Worlds, these 9 of Pentacles, so that you arrive at your 10 of Pentacles. So you've been doing a lot of work on your own. And this is a new beginning of more financial increase for you. Okay, this is very specific about the financial increase. But you have to rise above. There may be some decisions, or differences of opinions, of approach that you need to rise above. Vesta, the goddess within, your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity. So many of you, this is your spiritual path, your spiritual gifts being sought after in a higher or more public way, or maybe it's working within a corporation. I saw something with Judith Orloff, who writes and talks a lot about being an empath, and she's did something, I think it was for Google, on being an empath, empathy in the workforce. So maybe many of you are thinking about working more corporately, or how can I package more what I do? Or someone asks you, would you do this kind of workshop? Would you do this kind of seminar? Would you work with us? So there's something about doing the work. Some of you could be doing the work on your own, but also with Leo here, Strength card, it's your strength, but it's also about your own abilities are being highlighted. Just wondering, what is this rising above about? Like, for some of you, I feel like you are doing that. Let's see, getting a higher perspective, looking long term, doing what's needed to be done in the immediate, but looking long term to what you're, and keeping your own light with Vesta here, keeping your light going. What reinforces you? What supports you? What motivates you? What inspires you? What replenishes you? How do you recuperate? You're going to have to look at that in November. Ooh, the Sun. So you've got Strength card, which is Leo. The Sun is ruled by Leo. Your immortal spirit, purpose and destiny. There it is. So many of you, this is about... some of you, I'm hearing spiritual bankruptcy, like you felt like you were bankrupt spiritually, like you were maybe burned out and you're coming back, like really tired, like giving, and you're wondering, do I still stay in this business, this profession, this vocation? Do I stay in this way of being of service? So that's for some of you. A lot of you have a spiritually based business. you're helping others through spirituality, through your own spirit, your spiritual essence, or helping others on the spiritual path, whether it's yoga, Reiki, metaphysics, if you're healers, if you're counselors or therapists, you're bringing in the spiritual aspect, or you're wanting to. Ooh, in Libra, this energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. Well, that's the rising above, that not everyone is going to get you or want to do things exactly as you. So where's the give and take? Where's the reciprocity? Where's the mutual beneficial energy exchange? But all of you, I do feel like the relationships in November will be highlighted in all ways. Always, it's going to be about your relationship to yourself, and recuperating, renewing your spirit. But for many of you, could be contracts, could be if you work one-on-one with clients, that's going to be picking up. If you're teaching, some of you, I'm even hearing astrology. You may be doing astrology readings or online, or doing by computer based. You're getting a new solid foundation from which to journey from and live from. But definitely I'm feeling a strong group of you has to do with spiritual based business, or even if you're an artist or a musician, there's something about your spirit or spirituality coming through, about your soul shining more, expressing more from the soul. So you may be taking projects that allow you to do this, or some of you are integrating this in the work that you do. Some of you, you're requiring this also in relationship, that people have this aspect of them activated within them and in their life. All right, let's look at the Astro Dice for November, the Soul Group. Wow, you got the South, you've got the South Node in Taurus, which is interesting, in the first house. So that is telling me that, because Taurus is fixed. So there's some things that you're letting go of. Didn't I see that? Wasn't that here? Something letting go. Don't let the fear of too many things. So you may not be able to plan as much as you would like to, or put a system together. This may be a much more spontaneous month than what you're used to, especially with all this Earth, and you've got the Hierophant card here, which is Earth. The Man of Worlds, Man of Discs, that's Earth. That's, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Got the Nine of Worlds, which is Earth. Specifically Virgo. So there's some Leo, there's, fire, a little bit of fire, with that strength. In Libra here, Sun. But for the most part, that idea of I'm not ready yet, or mulling and thinking things over, you're really being asked to connect in more to the higher self. So this is the higher vibrational frequency of Taurus. That is much more aligned to the soul, right? And living that out, because Taurus rules terra firma, the earth, El Mundo, it's the earth. The Taurus is the earth and earth inhabitant. So you're being asked, let's see, what is this rise above about? I'm curious about this. Oh, the day-to-day. Oh, see, there it is. Sun and Aries in the 6th house. So this is like take charge. So some of you might like to mull things over, think and figure it out and write it out and do the business plan, do that. You're kind of being asked to no, you're prepared. Just connect into your higher self and do the action, move forward. Even in this Man of Worlds card, I don't know if you can see, but he's running. He's a runner. Maybe he's a marathoner doing a 10K. So you might feel like there's a lot of competition, like maybe you're thinking, oh, I need to do research or study my competition, or I'm not ready yet. This is saying you are ready. You are ready to move forward on your dreams, your goals, your ideas, or conversations, whatever you need to put forth, you are ready. And a lot is going to come from your routine. Some of you, I feel like your routine is somehow changing. That could be also a part of it. You're going to initiate some kind of change that brings in a new influence for you. Okay. All right. Your soul awakening mantra, soul awakening affirmation is, I am ready for the changes that are taking place in my life. I embrace the changes that are taking place in my life. And I move forward with the changes that are taking place in my life. For some of you, it is, I can move forward, express, and create through spontaneous action. Spontaneous action. Those are the key words. Spontaneous action. So you're being, I just got the download, the hit. You're being asked in some ways to rise above the way that you would, quote unquote, normally do things. To rise above overthinking. Okay, to rise above into your higher self, to be more spontaneous, to make that call, text, email, do what it is that you want to do or need to do. That, because many of you, you're getting these messages, these downloads, you're getting these nudges, but then you're not acting on it, or you're like waiting. And this is the Fool is here in a prominent position, which is saying, yeah, it's going to be a little unfamiliar, but just go for it. Just step through, just walk through. You know, you're already in the change is what I'm hearing. You're already in the next level. You just need to walk through. All right, Radiant Soul Lights, thank you for spending this time with me. If you feel a resonance and you haven't yet, I'd love for you to like and subscribe. If you're subscribed, get the notifications if that resonates for you. And please let me know how you're doing in the comments. Let me know how November unfolds for you. I will see you hopefully in the next reading, and I'm wishing you a very inspired November.